I will explain, in my personal opinion, 5 things that make your spreadsheet indistinguishable. Indistinguishable?
Indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable from every other spreadsheet that the average person makes. So let's just get started. 5 things that make your spreadsheet real special or indistinguishable. That spreadsheet, just like your house, has an address. It lives somewhere. And most people just click the new button and hit the spreadsheet, and just go for it, which is maybe fine, but what a avid Google Sheet person does is they make that spreadsheet in a folder. Of course, you can move it once you've created it, but in my opinion, it's just easier to do things right from the very beginning. And we make a spreadsheet in this home folder. So I've already made a folder, and we will create it here. That's number one. Number two, well, before we get to the other things, let's just throw some data in there. Let's say we're planning a party, so item to buy and cost quantity and total, something like that, and paper towels and cups and forks, 3, 2, 1, 5, whatever. Just throwing some dummy data in there, and there we go. So, and let's get rid of this X thing. We don't care about that. So here's the average person spreadsheet. They put some stuff there, and maybe it looks good, but as you add more things, let's just add a whole bunch of rows. You lose a little bit of organization. Your header row here, which is important to be able to interpret the data as you go farther down. You can't see it anymore. So the very, very first thing I do is I freeze those rows. I view freeze one row. And now if I scroll all the way down, those rows are frozen. And if I see someone's spreadsheet that doesn't have that, first thing I think is I need to help this person. This person needs a little Google Sheet love. And I usually bold it as well. I think that's just a best practice to distinguish the data from your row header there. The second thing is, maybe it's just a personal thing. I think these are all kind of personal, to be honest with you. But I just like grids. So I'm going to go up here. I select the data. You could also select any cell and hit Control A, or on a Mac it's a little bit different, but it's that little Command key and then A. And you hit the borders and you add the borders. And because perhaps I have some OCD like symptoms, if you want to call them, I like to add thick borders as well. So I hit the outer borders there, and I change this to the thick one. So voila, now we're getting somewhere. Now this is looking like a nice spreadsheet, but we're not done yet. Select all the data, so again, Control A, and I like to align everything in the middle, both horizontally and vertically. So you hit this little 3 dots up here, and you hit the middle or center, and then middle right there. So now everything's in the middle. And the final 2 things are this untitled spreadsheet business. We really need to label our things. So we're going to call this party planning spreadsheet. Okay, and finally, sheet 1, let's not do this. Let's, give this thing a name. We name our pets, we name our kids. Let's name our spreadsheet. So I'm going to call this maybe shopping list. I think that's about right. Okay, if you want to get fancy, you can add some other colors and whatnot. I like light colors. I think it's a little bit more easy to read. But this after that, it's really personal. You know what I mean? This spreadsheet's probably a little bit extra, this video, but I think it does the job, and I hope you enjoyed it. That is all.